Okay, perfect. So
Perfect.
go for it.
Go for
So
it.
first of all, let us to introduce. My name is Yolanda, and he's Jordi. We are a webpage from Spain. Even I am settled now in UK. So as you are now in tour, just let me ask you, where are you now?
We just arrived in Madrid, so I just got to my hotel now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So our idea is to promote the concerts that you are going to start tomorrow. It's a little short time, but let's see what happened. But first of all, I need to tell you that I was in the concert of Wembley.
Wembley.
In London?
London. In London.
Yeah, so I have more or less experience about the concert, so I'm gonna go in deep more or less on the show, and then we will. Yes, sorry.
Let me tell you that I attended at Rockfest Barcelona. It was my first experience with your band, and I was amazed by it. Wow!
Cool. Can you remember what year did we play Barcelona Rockfest? I was trying to remember with the band guys.
It was maybe 3 years ago.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can check if you want, but I think it was an open air in Barcelona, Santa Coloma,
yes.
and you were the headliner of the day. And wow, it was shocking, your show.
Cool.
I will check the day exactly, and please, Yolanda, continue.
Sure, I start. Okay. So, how has been the reception of the audience for the moment? Because I think you have visited almost all Europe.
Yeah, well, leg one we did all through like Germany, Holland, UK, and those countries, and yeah, crazy reception. It's really good. And we went and had 3 weeks off, or we went to Japan to play a couple of shows, and now we're back in Europe playing all the other areas. And our first show last night was in Lisbon, and it was crazy. Like the people, like in Spain, crazy.
I think I am right. Is the biggest show that you have performed at the date or in your career?
Which one?
No, I mean the tour that you are doing now.
Your currently
for sure.
show.
For sure, yeah. Every city we played, I think it's the biggest show we've ever played in that city on this tour, for sure.
Can we say that nowadays Parkway Drive show is one of the biggest shock rock acts or concerts that a rock fan could attend in?
I would like to think so. We put a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort into building a cool show, and we get feedback saying it's one of the best like theatric performances they see. So I think it's working, but I mean, I think the fans can decide this, or you guys can decide that for us.
No, I attended to London, and I must confess, amazing, shocking. All the adjectives that you can imagine. Wow, amazing. So how long have you been preparing this show?
Well, for the show we did in Australia first we did it last year, and it took us 18 months probably. Of this.
8 months. Wow.
18 months. Like
18. Whoa.
From when we first had the idea to then like fine tuning it, then organizing it, then getting it built, then and then weeks of rehearsal in Australia. So, and then we shipped everything over to Europe, and things were a little different just because different rental companies, different companies and stuff like that. But 18 months it's a lot of prep, takes a lot of energy. Yeah.
Cool. Excuse me. Let me say, your last concert in Barcelona Rockfest was in 2024.
Oh, 24.
1 year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago. It's.
How did I forget that? What? Really? Oh, yeah, because we played festivals. Yeah, I forgot we played festivals last year. Yeah.
Let me ask you about there will be absolutely very different while you play in your own tour and in a festival. So, which are the biggest differences in your show?
I guess as far as the show goes, when we play our own show, we have a lot more time. We can set up all day, so we can bring in more things. And in arenas, you can use the whole roof of the arena rather than just a festival stage. So we have a lot more freedom to do a lot more. But then also you can adapt things to work in festivals. So I would just say we have a lot more freedom in our own shows as to festivals. So festivals, it's like a tricky one where you want to bring everything from the big show and make it work in the festival too. Adapt it, change it.
You start the concert with a short video of your whole history, but for me it was really emotional because you can see some clips or your beginnings. You were like sleeping in a van or sleeping in the ground,
Yes.
playing in front of 20 people.
Mhm.
So how you see this? I mean, you feel like shock when you see these images and now you are playing in front of maybe 10,000 people?
Yeah, it's a pretty emotional video for us too. Like looking back at the early days, and it's got cool music by it too. And all those, most of those shots are in our DVD, our movies, our early movies. So you can see them in those videos too for people that aren't going to the shows. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool reflection on where things were and where they are now. It's a good way to show it.
Do you think you are the example of a band that can say their dreams come true, but with a lot of effort?
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think we ever dreamed this. Like our dreams were to play out to our friends at home, and then obviously, I guess the dreams and the goalposts keep changing. Okay, we did this. Now, how about it'd be so cool to play overseas, and then we play overseas, and then it'd be cool to play this club, cool to play arenas, cool to headline festivals. It would be cool to play a stadium. So it's satisfying accomplishing those dreams as we go, but it definitely started out there was no dream in our garage saying let's play arenas one day and be a giant rock band. That definitely was not the dream, but it is a dream job.
Yeah.
And before the show starts, the band Parkway Drive has chosen a song to open, AC/DC's song Back in Black. So it's interesting to ask you about why AC/DC, and well, they come from Australia.
Seems like a perfect fit, right? It was actually Winston's idea, and it was kind of paying homage to the biggest rock band Australia's ever produced. And it's just a cool vibe. It gets the crowd ready for the show that's to come, and yeah, just one of those things. You want to choose a cool song rather than just a random song from the venue. So we chose this one.
Have you got the opportunity to meet them in person?
No,
No.
they're out of our league.
But now you are closer because you play more or less in the same arena.
We're trying to catch up, yeah. But AC/DC is a whole different beast who sold millions and millions of records, so different.
Yeah, okay. Also in the video when you start, there is a short clip of your show in Resurrection Fest in 2019. I don't know if you remember, but it was really amazing.
The Storm? Was it the Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was my first time with Parkway Drive, and all the public was impressed about how you start the concert in the public. So I think it was more the first time that one band did this. So do you remember this show?
I do, yeah. Because I remember we thought it wasn't going to happen. I think, did Slayer play that day? Did Slayer play?
Yes.
And there was big delays, and I remember some bands saying they didn't want to play because of the storms and stuff. But that walkthrough, we did that on the whole tour at all the festivals. But walking through the crowd in Spain is different to walking through the crowd in other countries, for sure. There's a lot more passion and high fives and energy. And we do it on this tour too. We're walking through the crowd.
Yeah.
Can we say that Parkway Drive is a shock rock band because when somebody sees for the first time, attends to your concerts, it's absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I've never heard shock rock. I love it. It's a
Enséñaselo. Es because, ¿lo tienes a mano o no?
El libro. Yes, of course. Yeah.
It's because he has written a book about shock rock, but the book was edited like 10 years ago, so you were not in the, I mean,
who's the other shock rock bands? Who
the
are
others,
the shock
I
rock
think
bands?
he's not listening, but the other shock rock bands, for example, Alice Cooper, no? The beginnings of, yeah.
Okay, and what defines a shock rock band? Just
No,
a crazy.
well, for example,
Motley Crue, for sure.
all the bands that gives a plus for the concerts, not only music, and they enhance the show with something shocking. Kiss, Iron Maiden, Slipknot, Motley Crue, Slayer, Lordi, Plasmatics, Mayhem, Judas Priest,
And now
Alice
Parkway
Cooper.
Drive.
And
Yeah, maybe we'll be in the next edition, maybe.
Of course. But I suppose that you use fire, and obviously when people talk about your band, there's Ramstein too, making an amazing stadium
Well,
show.
they're the biggest shock rock band, aren't they? For
Yeah,
sure.
but
Probably.
you are not. You are closer, I think.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's a compliment.
Yeah.
I attended 2 years ago to a Rammstein show, and I
Mhm.
enjoy more yours.
Wow, that's a big compliment. Thank you.
Because at least the show of Rammstein, you know that you are gonna see the same every show, and I don't know. It's just my opinion for sure.
Yeah, great.
I want to ask. I mean, I suppose that your show is really like structured. So
Yeah.
do you usually change the set list between cities? No.
Not on the on an arena tour like that. It's too hard. Too much work has gone into it. I think we would need to have a second show already planned, and then you could change one or two. It's just, yeah, there's too much work that goes into it. That just adds a whole nother thing. Although last night we played a different song in Lisbon, we put Sleepwalker in. Yeah, we thought we'd try a different song, so it is possible. So, but we generally get a roll, and then it's easier for us once we know the set list, because you have to adjust and you know what song's coming next, and it's a bit confusing. We prefer to get it right. I mean, it's not good for the people who come to 10 shows because they see the same show every time, but it just makes it easier for us, I think.
I was imagining that someone is speaking to you at the air, like, now you have to move to that part. Now you have to, because you are really, really synchronized.
Yeah, that's because we play the same set and we've rehearsed it, and that's it. We do have people in our ear if we need it. Like if there's an issue or some problems, they'll be talking to us, but not telling us where to stand. We're kind of the boss of that.
Okay.
Okay, which songs are mandatory to be played in a Parkway Drive show?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is Crushed because of the theatrics around it. Also Wild Eyes because of the sing along and the crowd participation. Those two 100%, and then there's quite a few others that we play every show and have played every show since the songs have come out, like Vice Grip, The Void, the big sing along songs, and then we mix up some other songs, the heavier older ones as well.
I like my favorite from the last album is Glitch.
Glitch, yeah, we play that. We still play that.
Yeah,
5 years
I know.
after. When was the album out? 22. Yeah, 3 years later, we're still playing.
Should I or okay?
Yes.
Also, the show is more or less most focused on Winston. So how do you decide this?
I think it's just natural because he's talking to the crowd. He's the front man. He's singing. I think it's just a natural thing. And we just, as the years have gone on, it's an obvious thing. So then all the cool things, and we just write it for Winston. And then there's a lot. Jeff does a lot of stuff because he's playing solos, so we like to write Jeff into those parts. And then we feel sorry for Ben because he's the drummer at the back, so we give him something cool to spin around and go on fire. And then me and Jaya, who cares? We're just rhythm.
No, I think that happens in most of the bands, that the
Yeah.
vocalist has more is getting the attention of the public. Yeah.
For sure. And it's because he's controlling the show. He's talking to the people. Like if one of us had the microphone, maybe it would be different, but he's the guy, and we know that and we love it. And he's so good at it too. So that's the
So
other thing.
you don't matter, or you don't feel sad in such way
No.
not being the focus.
No, I don't want the focus myself, to be honest.
Oh,
I've got a good position. I like it.
Are you thinking or working in new songs, new stuff?
Yes, we are. Yep. We wrote another song when so Sacred was released. We recorded another song at the same time also, which we're just sitting on. We're still working on it a little bit, and then we're going to go next year. We're going to start going into the studio a couple of times and record, a few songs at a time, and then put them and probably release a couple of singles next year, and then release that all as an album, like 27, I think.
so after you finish this tour, do you plan to stop for a while?
Yeah, we have a few months off over summer at home, your winter, and then we have a tour. We have a couple of shows and one tour in Australia next year, so not much touring, just one tour in Australia in February, March. So we're going to focus a lot on writing, get in the studio, and that's our focus for 26.
Yeah, the problem is gonna be how you can do something bigger that you have done with this show. So
yes, we're aware of that problem. We've made it hard for ourselves, but that's a challenge. That's a challenge we love. Like we've got some cool elements already that we could bring back into the show, and then like Winston and I, we're already talking about new ideas of let's do this, let's do that next time. So we're not concerned about that. That's exciting for us to write other cool parts.
How do you decide to do these kind of things? I mean, it's just the band, or you need a
wedding planner,
firefighter. Yeah, I don't know.
We have a design company that we work with. Normally it would just be our lighting guy, and we kind of reached the maximum with him. So we brought a lighting like a visual creative company in. It's still all our ideas. Like it's Winston, myself, our production manager Fishy, who's been with us forever, and then we talk with one guy and we just say, "These are our ideas," and then he can he designed the stage, but then all the little things that happen, most of them are our idea, and we just sort of talk about how we can make them work. Like we want Winston to go up in the sky and have flames come off, and then we figure out a way to do it. So we're very hands-on. It's not like we just have a company that writes the show for us and tells us what to do. We write the show ourselves, and we work with someone that can, draw that into a stage environment for us from our ideas. And we love it. It works great for us. Very creative. It's fun.
I also enjoy the moment when you introduce a little of not classical music, but classical instruments, violins and cello, because I play the violin. So
cool.
I didn't expect that, and it's really nice that bands can introduce this in some concerts, because it demonstrates that it's possible. I have two questions. Why do you arrive to include the violins? So how did you come to this idea? That's the first question, and then I ask you the second one.
Okay. Well, when we recorded some albums, it must have been Aya. Might have been the first time where we actually had the violins on the album. So that was just one of the first steps of doing something different, doing something new. We just thought, well, we have them on these songs. Let's bring those strings live to play the parts instead of just putting it on a track. So that's how we came to that decision. And we love it. They add such a different dimension, and we've got plans in the future to bring more instruments on. Now that we've done the Opera House show where we had 60 instruments. We think we can do more than what we're doing now in the future, just for certain parts.
Are electrical violins or classical ones with microphones?
They are. I remember they were microphone ones because they were having problems with the noise, but they might be electrical now. No, they're classical, and they put like a pickup.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and
But
at
they
least
are-
what? So
like
someone.
the girls are using acoustic ones, and then on this show, the cello player gets her electric cello for her solo. That's the only time, but otherwise she has the big upright cello.
And everything is wireless because you move a lot and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
to. Mm. Wow, that's amazing.
Everything is wireless these days. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about a freaky question. Eurovision. I don't know why Australia is taking part in the European Song Contest. I know you don't really need to take part, but years ago, did you think about the possibility? Because there are a lot of bands that for them it's an option to grow.
Eurovision.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it. Maybe Winston has, but we've never discussed it. You think it's a good idea?
No,
No.
No, you don't
No.
need. But
No. We never thought of that option. No, not at all.
but you, I suppose that someday, years ago, you take part in a song contest.
Did we?
Maybe
are you asking if we did?
Yes. I am asking. No, never.
No, never. We had our hardcore scene. We just played with the friends and our friends' bands, and none of that stuff mattered to us. I mean, I remember my first band when I was a teenager. We went in like a battle of the bands where all the kids' bands play, but it was not Parkway.
And in which moment did you realize that, hey, Parkway Drive is going to be something really big?
Whew. I don't know. I don't think there was a moment because it has been a slow and steady. It's been like this.
Mm-hmm.
Not like some bands just go like this, boom,
Sharp.
and then maybe boom.
Yeah.
But for us, it's always been little. Like we were playing to 1,000, 1,500 people in Australia before we even left. So we had, to us, that was huge. We were a successful band in Australia, and we hadn't even played a show overseas yet. So, like I said earlier, every little milestone was exciting. Thinking, okay, we've done that. Now, what can we do next? I think only recently we've realized, okay, we can headline these big festivals in Europe now. We could probably play a stadium if we want to, just like a one-off stadium. So it's probably pretty recent. In the last couple of years, we've thought, okay, we're here. We could be a really big band.
Yeah. Okay, risk and safeties of the show. Did you have to attend to any course before to, I don't know, handle with fire? Because you are not in the most risky position, but for me, the drummer, it would be a little bit scary.
Yeah, no, we have no like formal training for that, but every show, and like all the equipment needs to be made from certain materials. It all has to be fireproof. It all has to be documented, especially in places like Germany and Australia. They're very strict. And then every show, the fire marshal comes, and he brings his thing. He checks it off. There's fire brigade there, the fire marshal for the city, and they check over everything to make sure they think it's safe and we can do the show. This is every show this happens. But we're at our own risk. We know where to stand, what to do. So if something goes wrong or there's an accident.
Because you're a little bit red, like you have been taking the sun, but maybe it's for the fire.
sometimes after Crush, especially, it's like you feel like you've been in the sun all day.
Ooh, it's a good technique. You ultraviolet.
That's how we tan. That's how we get tan. We're not surfers. We're just pyromaniacs.
Yolanda, I got the classical ones. If
No,
you
¿quieres
put
darle el
some...
nombre? ¿Quieres hacerlo?
No,
Okay.
listen, go.
Okay, so we have we are more or less finishing. We have 3 classical questions that we usually ask for all the people that we interview. Do you remember the first album that you bought with your own money?
With my own money, yes.
Yeah.
It was, I remember my papa took me and I could either get Pennywise Full Circle or Millencolin for Monkeys. It was either Millencolin or Pennywise, and I chose the Pennywise. But we were all punk, like we listened to punk music from surf movies. Like surf movies, we just all had punk music. So that's how we got into all this. But Pennywise.
Pennywise were in Epitaph discography, and you were, or I don't know if you are still in Epitaph.
We are, yeah.
It's wow. It's from the Bad Religion owner.
Yeah. Well, that was a dream for us. Like Epitaph had all our favorite bands growing up, and then we're a metal band, and we get to sign with them and hang out with Mr. Brett from Bad Religion. Yeah, that was cool. That's cool. And we still go to dinner with Mr. Brett, and I'm like, I can't believe we're sitting here with Mr. Bad Religion and Epitaph, who started all these bands.
Okay, do you remember the first time you cried in a concert? Do you remember the band and the song?
First time I what?
Cry.
I don't think I've ever cried at a concert.
Emotion. No.
I don't think I've cried at a concert.
Come on.
Not at a concert, no.
And while you were playing?
Never.
Never.
I've had like proud moments where like maybe I would feel some tears welling, but never cry.
And it's not the same?
I don't know. It's never happened. I've cried on national TV in Australia though. Doing an interview. Yeah.
And
emotional.
The last question, I mean, is a little bit not weird, but useless, because we are always...
A stupid question, I think.
We always ask, if you have enough budget or infinite money, which trick would you like to do on a stage? But I think you did everything. So you have something in mind for the future?
No, we run out of money every tour. So we want more, we need more money to spend on the show. Because it's like, we have all these huge plans. And then we're like, oh, we got to come back. Even though it seems crazy because our show's so big, we are still dreaming this big, and we end up coming here. So we definitely have things we want to do if the budget allows. It would be cool to I don't know if you saw Winston landed on the top of the Opera House in Sydney on the helicopter.
What? Oh, no. If this happens, or
he did it last week. Helicopter came in the Sydney Harbour. And he dropped out on a rope onto the top of the Opera House.
Wow.
It's for our movie next year. Anyway, maybe a helicopter.
The sky is the limit. Yeah.
Helicopter in the show coming and we drop out or something. Or skydiving in.
Well, it's great to know that you got crazy ideas for the future.
Yes.
Yeah, magic. Okay, so thank you, Luke. It was really, really nice. We are not gonna be in Spain, I think. No, me neither, for sure.
You won't?
No, but we have some mates that are gonna attend tomorrow. On Sunday on Barcelona.
Okay.
So we will have feedback about them. Yeah, and if you just can record a short video saying, "Hi all, I am Luke from the band Parkway Drive. We will be tomorrow and on Sunday in Spain, and check out my interview for Stairway to Rock."
Okay. Hi, I'm Luke from Parkway Drive. We're going to be in Spain the next 2 days in Madrid and Barcelona. Check out my interview on Stairway to Rock.
Thank you very much, Luke.
Great, thank you. We will talk with Sarah about the...
Yeah, she's the girl that managed the interview.
Okay, and if you need the guest list, you know what to do, and we'll sort it out for your crew.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Yolanda.
Have a lovely
Thanks,
day.
Jordi. Appreciate it. Thank you.